Hello, YouTube friends. Welcome to habloMoney. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining me, where I share my savings journey, my budgeting, my finances, all along the way, just to share with you. For some of you who may not know, I'm a full-time employee. I work in corporate banking, and today I am going to be stuffing for paycheck number 1 of July, which includes a little bump in my pay. And when I say slight, I mean slight. So as usual, and if you have been following me for a while here, I usually stuff. My apologies. I wanted to ensure that I was in frame, and in addition to that, not show any personal information. So as in last month, which was my first 2 paycheck videos, I am going to stuff $500. I get paid bi-monthly, which means on the 15th and the 30th, depending on when it falls. So I have been waiting almost 3 weeks for my paycheck, and I've already gone into the boring stuff and filled out the bills. And this is so far what I have. I'm going to just use my cheat sheet here to show. I only have, for those of you who don't know, I am consumer debt free. So all I pay for is really rent, school loan, car note, and a few other little tidbits, obviously, living expenses. So as far as subscriptions go, I don't have very much. As you know, I bought a phone, so I did raise my Apple a little bit because we needed the memory for both my daughter and I. And in addition to that, I got her a line, so my phone went up from $50 to $90, which I still think is pretty good. So those are the only differences in this paycheck. I'm sorry, in this pay period between July 15th and July 30th. So those are going to be it. It's going to total, my bills are going to total 803 with 9 cents. And all we're going to do is deduct that from our pay. I have 2 different accounts. You know, one I get paid $2,000 in, just deposit and whatever is rolled over. And then in the other one, I do the rest. One of my accounts is solely for account and auto pay, and then the other one is more for like my withdrawals and things of that nature. In addition to that, this is the only one where the card note comes out of. So what we're going to do is total it up, and I got paid a total of $3,141 with 47 cents, with additional maybe 69-ish dollars, maybe $70 rollover in both accounts. Not that I leave zero in the bank, but this is what we're starting with. So from this 2,041.70, we are going to subtract the, excuse me, $803.09, leaving us with a total of $1,238 with 61 cents. From this amount, we will deduct half of the rent. That just stays in the bank, 1175. So this is bills, and this is rent, right? Don't mind my chicken scratch. And that's gonna total, that's gonna leave me with about $63.61, and we'll see how we roll that over, if we have any. From this, we had a rollover amount of $28.20. So we're just going to deduct from the 1169.67. We're going to deduct $320, which is my car note. I pay my card every 15th and every 30th, and that's going to leave me with $849.67. And from here is where we deduct our $500 in cash, and we'll go through that just now. That's my withdrawal. Okay, and that is so that we can stay on point and not keep using our cards. And that will leave me with about $349.67. For the most part, you know, there's not very much to play around with for the 2 weeks. So I do my best to ensure that I have something set aside. So that's it for paycheck number 1. So let's get started with the cash stuffing. Okay, my friends, I'm not sure what's going on with the angle here, but we are going to count our breakdown. So for those of you who are new, I usually spend about $500 every pay, and I break them down into the categories that we fill our little cash envelopes with for the next 2 weeks. So included in the $500 is $250 for food, $60 for gas, $75 for grub, which could mean just going out or what have you. Miscellaneous gets $60. Parking gets $25. We don't have a garage. Personal gets $15, and buffer gets $15. So for those of you who don't know, I work from home, so I have very minimal transportation needs and things like that. And my daughter's out for school, so at the very moment there's not much spending other than like Etsy. So I'm gonna go ahead and count this cash. We should have a little less than $500 because I literally just got gas as I went to the bank. So we will stuff less in the gas envelope. So let's count. 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 3. So we have 300 in 20s. 20, 40, 50, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, another 100. So that's 400. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 7, 8, 9, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, and 66. So we have $466, and that makes sense because I filled up my tank with almost like 36. So let me see. About $34. That's what I paid in gas. So let me allocate this and I'll be right back. Okay, my friends. I did want to slightly change up the, I don't know, I guess the schedule this week. It's been a little crazy. So we had to get groceries and we had to get gas. So I am going to deduct what we spend from the groceries. Normally we put in $250, but we spent, I believe it was $31.77 in one place, and another, what is that, $151 in another grocery. So we are just going to be filling groceries with $68 this week, and that should last us until my next period. So 2, 4, 6. I'm gonna grab a 5, 6, 7, and 8. So $68 for groceries, 24 to 65, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So groceries is gonna be 68. All right. Gas, as I mentioned, we spent about $34 filling up the tank, so we're just going to fill in 26, 25, 26, and this is literally just in case I need anything, but I doubt that we are going to need to fill up our tank up until the 30th. All right. For grub, just move this. For grub, it's going to get its usual $75, 20, 40, 60, 70, and 5. And this grub is usually used on my baby because she loves Starbucks, and I like to treat her. All right, so miscellaneous is going to get $60, and this is anything from like I saw something that I wanted to, someone needs a couple of dollars. I usually take it out of there. I used to have like a gifting, but I would just take it out of there. All of this is just to use. That's all we have allocated for the 2 weeks, and that's it. We can't derive from that. There's no extra money. And buffer is going to get 15. So I'm just going to grab 3 5s because it looks like I have a letter. We need 2 5s and 5 singles. Okay. So that should be it. Actually, no, I'm lying. My personal, I don't show that envelope because it has my name on it. The person who made the tag put my entire name on it, and I don't really care to show that. So I'm just going to put the 10 and the 5 for my personal. I may or may not use it. And that should equal the $500 total. So everyone has their allotted amount. So what we're going to do with this remaining cash is to stuff our summer and our Christmas in July. So I'll be right back. Okay, my friends, I've decided that, this video may be too long. I had a really hard time editing the last video. I'm not even sure if anybody saw it, but if you did, thank you. Thumbs up. Go ahead and give me some likes, give me some comments. I'm not sure if you're still here. So from the 207 that is left from our cash stuffing that we had already applied to our groceries and our gas, we're going to divide that in two. So I'm going to use half this portion to subsidize for the summer challenges, and the other half we'll do for Christmas in July, which I probably won't do in this video. So let's just go ahead with the summer and keep it very simple. So 207 is what I should have here. Already counted, but for the sake of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 100 minus 100. We have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80 minus 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 minus 20 equals 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 minus 7. So that equals $207. I'm just going to divide that in half, which is an odd number. So we'll just go with 104 for the summer and 103-ish for Christmas. Actually, let's do it the other way. Let's go 104. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 104 for Christmas, because I need more money for Christmas. 3 and 4. All right, so we'll put that aside. And let's go ahead and stuff our summer. Yay! All right, my friends. I usually put this one up. It's from Savings with Grace. And speaking of Savings with Grace, this is our first challenge, and I am going to try to roll the dice. 1 second. Okay, we're still kind of in the July 4th mode, so let's go ahead and roll the dice. Let's do that again. I'm sorry. It's cheating. We have a total of 6, so let's just go ahead and plug in the 6. And we are almost done. If we have extra cash, I always say this, but I never get a chance to fill it with no extra cash. So we're going to put a 5 and a 6. We'll come back to this one. All right. So we now have a total of 20, 35, 40, 41, and $42. That's our Savings with Grace. All right, our next one, I usually just roll. Let's see what the total is. Looks like it's a 6. So our sunglasses are going to be $6. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a 5 and a 1 for $6. And we now have 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. We are getting there, my friends. Hopefully I will be done with this in the next 2 weeks, because I'm really looking forward to starting our fall. Third I was supposed to replace, but we're just going to move on. For this one, this is from BZ Sings, is for the road trip girlies. We have a 7. Not sure why I rolled. These are all 5s. I'm sorry. We're just going to put in a 5 there. Guys, it's been a week, and we are only on Wednesday. It's been a week. This one was a freebie welcome gift from LemonIvy, which I'm using as a recycled challenge. I'm just going to go ahead and put a 7 and a 3 for a total of 10. You know what? Let's leave it to no. Let's just go for it. 7 and 3 for a total of 10. and we should have $35. Let's see if that is true. And we have 25, 30, 35, and 36. Well, it's gonna be missing because it's a 9 left. So almost there. That one totals $45. So it's a quick challenge, a quick win. This is our newbie from Easy Budget. So the pineapples. Remember, each icon is $7. So just gonna put $7 there. 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Oh, let's see. So far we have 14, right? So we some 14. Oops. 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. That's correct. I'm telling you guys. I have brain fog. I think that comes with premenopause. Brain fog. And this one, let's just see what it gives us. And I hope I count this correctly. Last week I did this all wrong. So let's go for $6. We have 1 fish, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's do that correctly. I'm going to use singles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I know I royally screwed that up last week, but I was so tired. So far we should have 11, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. All right. We are almost close to finishing that one. I can't wait to finish these challenges. I hope you stick around. Stick with me to the end of the month to see how much we have saved. This is where I messed up last week. I should have been 4 already, but we're going to complete this one. All right, so yay. We're going to do 6. So I write 3 and 6 because I royally messed that up last week. All right, so $6. So that should have equaled us 3, 6, 9, 10, $11 as well. Small little baby challenge. 11. I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a ring anyway because we are done. Small wins, friends. Small wins. And we are going to put that in our completed pile. And before I forget, let's pay Corber $1 to Corber for our ding ding. All right, pay that. Hey, and I won't be filling these up. There's not enough time or money to go around. This one was our new summer savings from Angie's Finance. Thank you so much for the love, Angie. Let's go ahead and roll. Let's see if I can. So we have a 6 and a 5 for 11. We've already done the 6. So 5, 10, 11, 12, I guess. Let's do 12. We'll do the 5, the sun for 5, the watermelon for 5, and the ice cream for 2. That leaves us with just 1 left. So let's pay $12. Let me see if I can make some change. Nope. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what we should have. Right. So we now are going to have total. This will save me 30. So we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. So yeah, we only have the 8 left. Yay, small victories. I am here for it. They feel so much better. I think I've mentioned this in my other videos. For those of you who are new, I was getting a little bored with the redundancy of all the other ones. And our final challenge is going to be from Mint.co. Her Fireflies capture the magic of summer nights. And we're just going to go ahead with our next one and see. I don't know. Let's do this one. Oh, 8. Not too bad. All right. So let me see if I can make change because it looks like I only have 4. 1 second. Okay, so I changed the 20, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and we owe it 8. So 3 there, and 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we should now have a total of, let's see, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. All right, and this saves us 60 bucks. Okay, my friends, I think that's gonna be it for summer. But we have dollars left, so what we're going to do is incorporate them in my Polo Bear challenge. Let's see how many we can get through. I only have 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $35 left. So let's see how far we get. All right. And this is my Polo Bear challenge. And again, this comes from Whimsy Wallet. If you're interested, it's a $500 challenge. I guess you could call it a box challenge. It has 8 different Polo Bears, totaling up to $500. So what I'm going to do with this little bit is maybe finish off the July 4th. Yay. So let's see, we have $20 left here. And then we have $10 left here. So I think I want to do that. I want to finish these. Hey, I'm so excited. So we're going to include 5, 10, 15, and 20 into that one. Yay! So that one is completed for the July 4th. Again, from Mint Co. It's your stars and stripes. Bows and stars. 25, 20, I'm sorry, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. That's going to save us a total of 40. And I didn't allocate that money. So we'll just put that there. And then we have our July 4th. Yay! And we're just going to add a dollar per flower. So this is $10 there. We're just going to complete that. So 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. These were freebies from Mint Co. And this one will save us 5, 10, 15, 20. We should have a total of $20 in there. Yay! I'm so excited. And we're going to have our ding ding. So with the 2 there, I'm going to pay myself back $2 for corper or ding ding ding. So we have 2 more that we have completed. And I paid myself back. So that was 3 savings challenges completed today. We have a couple of dollars here. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are going to go to our July 4th here and include 2 stars. And this one comes from Christina Loves Planning. So I'm going to go ahead and scratch off 2. And hopefully this one I can finish next week as well. That's the goal. So 10, 15, 20. All right. I am excited. I can't wait to, complete and count how many we have. In addition to that, just the savings in general. It feels so good. Don't know if you're like me. But I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate you more than you even know. Thank you. And remember, it costs nothing to be kind.